Well, welcome back. This is Chapter 3, Crying at My Feet. Yeah, he really called it that. Oh, God. You know, this book just keeps getting more and more edgy fantasy boy. Like, this feels like it was specifically written after the first one got so many negative reviews. This feels like it's supposed to be some kind of answer to that, except it's an answer in the way that someone who writes edgy fanfiction gets negative reviews and then decides to write an even edgier, more like hardcore dark boy story to like really push back at his really unfair critics because his work is amazing and they just don't understand. Yeah, that's exactly what this feels like. So this entire chapter is about how, I mean, it's Greg. I know his character has a name, but it's him. Let's just say it's that. He got into a fight because, the jock touched his new woman prize. Because she's not really a girlfriend, because girlfriend implies that she has personality. We wouldn't want that, now would we? So no, they get into a big fight, and this entire chapter is literally just about that. He skips class to meet up with this guy, John Doe. So he skips class to meet up with this guy, and he finds him, and you know what? I'm just gonna let him say it. I said, "John, are you ready to hurt?" John no doubt felt somewhat uncomfortable seeing these words come from the lips of someone who looked like me. First off, what the hell does that sentence... Just what does it? Why? Stop. I intentionally wore a trench coat and all black that day. Did you? Just that day? Because I start to get the impression you do that every day. This is, again, remember, this may be a journal, quote-unquote, but this was written by an adult human male. A grown man wrote this. You know how in the Sims games you can design a character or multiple characters, however you want, at whatever age you want, and as long as you read, certain little stipulations, then you can basically make a self-insert doppelganger of yourself who is a certain age and basically recreate whatever it is you want to do. I get the distinct impression that this is basically like that, only in a book. I don't know about Onision's high school career, mainly because I didn't bother to look, because why would I? But, if I had to guess, I'd guess it wasn't the greatest time in his life. I guess he wasn't the, edgy tough guy that he really wanted to be. I guess he didn't get to fulfill his whole teenage fantasy. Personally, for me, high school fucking sucked. I made a few friends. Those are the only people that matter to me. The rest of it's kind of a blur because, well, I hated it. Greg, on the other hand, seems to have never been able to get over high school. Apparently, he either really liked it or really hated it, or maybe he just really, really wants to be a goth teenager for the rest of his life. Because he very, very much refers to being goth, having goth things, doing goth stuff, or wearing goth clothes. And I don't mean, like, describing something like, well, I'm wearing something dark colored and I have these boots. No, I mean like he literally uses the word over and over. And this is the third chapter. This is going to be a thing, isn't it? For those of you who are playing Onision Bingo at home, you can go ahead and mark off that space, I guess. So, yeah, he shows up in a trench coat and he's wearing all black because, he's a big tough guy. He wants to be Eric Draven, except you're not charming or handsome like Brandon Lee, so you're not. And yeah, They get into a fight, and he punches John in the throat because he has the ability to do that. You know, he's super cool like that. And yeah, then he breaks the kid's arm. And oh, this is the best. Two wonderful things I have to share with you because of this. One, this wonderful passage. The snap of his arm was rather loud, surprisingly so. I might have just felt arousal from how tremendous it was. But he's not a sociopath, guys. He's not. Remember when he said that he's not? 'Cause he's not. Fuck out of here with that shit. Secondly, why can he do these awesome kung fu moves? How is he fucking Neo from the Matrix, but like a super goth Neo, but in high school? Well, that's because his mom, you know, before she died, inexplicably taught him like all these cool combat techniques, because apparently she was a ninja, and she taught him how to do these things, like how to punch people in the throat, and how to do all these fancy kick moves, and how to break somebody's arm, and how to earth bend. I mean, what? So, you know, he was ready when the Fire Nation attacked. I mean, when the Jocks attacked. Same difference, right? I don't know, actually. I just really wanted to make that joke. I've never seen fucking Avatar. But this is a whole fucking, yeah, are you serious with this bullshit moment? Just, come on. So, he apparently got hit in the face and he lost a tooth. And now he's all, like, bloody and shit. Which you wouldn't really know if you're really wearing that many layers of black, because dark colors on dark colors tend not to show unless you're really looking. I mean, you would know that, except that Onision's only really in it for the fashion and the edgy points. So, a basic experiment would have told you that. Fucking TV would have told you that. What am I talking about? You don't have to do this to know that that's what happens. You have to have a basic understanding of the fucking color spectrum and watch a fucking murder show once. Why am I trying to justify his terrible writing? This book is melting my fucking brain. So, he gets taken to, you know, the office, and they get arrested, and they have to go to juvie or something like that. But I don't think they get locked up or something, because it's very vague. It kind of flashes in and out, and it doesn't really make a lot of sense. But, yeah, no. Basically, they're trying to... He sets it up in a way that, you know, it was self-defense. John hit him first, and therefore, when he broke this kid's arm, that's self-defense. Okay, it's not, though, because you literally walked up to him and made the first comment, which means you instigated the fight, so it's not self-defense. You started a fight. That's actually a legal precedent thing. I don't know if it is in every state, but I do know that if you're the one who goes up and instigates a fight and then gets your ass handed to you, it's not self-defense if you harm the other person, because you started it. So, whatever. It's Onision, so why question it? He's right. He's always right. He is the onion god. Anyway, John can't play football this year because he broke his arm. Yeah, it's so cool because he's like edgy and dark and all this other shit. Whatever. And then they both get suspended, but he gets suspended for longer because reasons. And then we have this. On top of everything else, Ashley hasn't spoken to me since. It'd be ridiculous if by beating up the guy who touched her, I lose her, but I suppose I didn't just beat him up. My performance was devastating. This book is so bad that I'm reading the wrong words. Maybe I went so far. Who am I kidding? I know I went too far. If she rejects me for this, it won't be crushing. There are many more women she came from, many more of all of us. This book reads as if it was written by the main character from that game, Hatred. Except he's in high school. Yep. That's what it is. That's what this is. So his favorite girl toy, who is just like a prop, is now mad at him, I guess, for, you know, beating up the guy who groped her. He can't put kindness tokens in and sex comes out anymore. M'lady. I did the little tip, but I couldn't put it into words because I'm so fucking annoyed right now that it's difficult to say that. Whatever. Point is that now it's, you know, oh, they're not talking, which means she probably broke up with them. So, saying that means that by the next chapter, or one in the future, usually not more than 3, but if it is more than 3, it'll be surprising, she'll probably, most likely, in fact by all odds, end up right back with him again, because that's how Onision's writing is. They don't break up for long, because how can you resist the allure of the onion? Everyone must have the onion. Yeah, this is just weak sauce. This entire thing, again, reads as if the guy, the main character from Hatred, Haiti McGee, I don't know his name, I don't think he has one, but I'm going to call him Haiti McGee because fuck it, wrote an entire book about whenever he was in high school and he was mad at his dad. You know, everything's bad. Oh, I hate everything. Bah. Not like the channel. He's actually funny. This is not. This is lame. Anyway, that's enough for this video, mainly because I have to read more of this book, and I need time to do that. So I'm going to go do more of that. God help me. I'll see you all in the next video. I love you all so very much. Goodbye.